Hey guys, this is Introducing Emmy, and I thought for fun we could go over my gothic horror art. I actually just got done putting out my book called Empathy. Get it? Like EMY with the word path in it. You know, my name's Emmy. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so um, I'm gonna have to kind of do this a little bit rough style here because my camera can't fit individual pages very well, so I'll have to just do the best I can. Well, anyway, let's get started. So this is the front cover, and this is the back cover. This book was already published. There were barcodes and some other information on the covers, but I took it off just so you can see the art. Alright, and then let's go to one. Alright, so this is Cat Cradle, or Cat's Cradle. This is a painting I did. I don't have a whole lot to say about each of them. I don't like to talk about my art, especially my darker art, so just enjoy it for what it is, and you can see it here. Oops. This is a self-portrait I did some years ago. This is one I did for Christmas, called Mary Cat Skull. This is a painting I did called Mother May I Have Another, based on the fictional story of a mother who was injecting her daughter with Botox for children's pageants, little girl pageants. And I thought it was really disturbing. I put little skulls in the crown and stuff like that. I don't know, I like things that are disturbing. This one's called Gep. Another little doodle. It's kind of like a weird angel creature. Also, I should mention that for some reason, Gep is often mistaken as a woman, whereas I meant it to be more masculine, but that's okay, whatever. This one's called Yeah Yeah. I'm glad I have these title pages to the side here because I can't remember what some of these are called. Again, just a doodle. I really like skulls and like playful kind of looking skulls that have some like interesting anatomy and stuff to them. Did this one a long time ago. It's called La La. He's taking off his head and like flowers are like splattering on the wall behind him. I have a color version of this one too. Losing It Again was just another digital painting of a skull on strings. Yeah, just another one of those. I have a lot of them. Keyhole. I guess he kind of looks a little bit like an alien. I had some comments that he looked a little alienish. This one was the large size prints that I sold with the book. Outlet, which is a head with like squares cut out against like a wallpaper pattern. Another self-portrait. I have an anxiety disorder, so I was trying to draw something about my anxiety. It's kind of a bad self-portrait. I did it quite a while ago. I think my parents really like it though. Another painting. This one's called Fingers. She has nice fingers. This is also on the cover. Fiji Mermaid. This was actually a piece of art that was requested for the third Gothology book. Normally I would do a comic for them, but I was too busy this year, so I just did one drawing of this kind of horrific looking mermaid. Would You Like to Touch My Tra-La-La? Was another painting I did pretty quickly of this weird creature holding on to an inverted stop sign, and little baby and children's arms are coming out of a slit in his torso or his abdomen. I'm not sure what part of his body that would be. And he's asking if you would like to touch them. This is fan art for a Japanese horror film called Blind Beast, about a woman who's kidnapped by a blind man. Well, actually kidnapped by the blind man's mother, and he, over a period of time, cuts all her limbs off, and it's kind of like about the horrific pleasure and pain and things like that. I don't know, spooky shit. This is a little bit of fan art for Junji Ito, a Japanese horror writer. He writes horror comics, which are not really well known here in the United States, so I tend to gravitate to Japan and the Asias to get my horror stuff. So, but he infamously wrote a comic called Uzumaki, which is the Japanese word for spiral, and so I drew lots of spiral, and her fingers are twisting, and there's a little snail on her. Even her eyes are twisting. This is just a doodle. This one was not digital. It was just pen and paper. It's called Girly, because she's girly. She got eyeballs on her. Some of my favorite kind of hatching is on this one. Oh, she has some earrings too. I didn't notice that. And she got like little, I don't know, like little finger legs or something. Oh, this is me. This is another self-portrait. It's kind of like the back of my head unraveling. This is Slender Man. We all know him. Well, we should all know him. If you guys are Minecrafters, you should know where the Endermen come from. Sewer. There's like a creature looking at us from the sewer, and it's walking out on its 4 long legs. This is sort of a similar one to sewer, only it's called well, and it's looking up out of the well. Grandma's old-fashioned zombie apocalypse. I drew this on a paper doily with a pen when my husband was on a business trip and I was stuck in the hotel room. I drew that, and it's actually going to the highest bidder on one of my books. These are some of my long ones, my landscape drawings. This is called O Penny Head, like get it because it's open, openy head, O penny head, you get it. But lots of my little favorite things, needles and keyholes and light bulbs and keys, and even his teeth have like little weird dugout spirals on them. I like that kind of stuff. And tree branches. Here's another one. This is probably one of the very first drawings I ever did with sort of like a darker theme. It's called Music Box. Some of the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the composition is not the best. The key is kind of at a weird angle and stuff like that. I got better, obviously, but I did this on a whim, and then I enjoyed it so much that I was like, wow, I'm such an anxious, fearful person by nature, if you've ever met me, when I'm not like medicated, but I really had a grasp of this style and my fears and everything, so I decided I would keep doing it because it made me feel better. It didn't make it, I didn't feel so anxious. It was like I was kind of getting it out on paper, so to speak. So that was the first one I ever did. This has a funny story behind it. This one's called The Chapter in Which We Meet Trees. There was a woman on Craigslist who was looking for an indie artist to do illustrations for a children's book, and she said, think Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz, send me a sample. So that was all she said, so I drew this little girl with a lamp looking at an eyeball in the base of a tree. Under the moon, and she never got back to me, but like 2 days later she put the ad back up, and it said something like, don't send me any scary art, no horror art, and things like that. I mean, this was the only thing I sent her, but man, it absolutely terrified her. This is a landscape I did some time ago called Hilltop. 2 people standing there under like a weird structure. Stump. This is actually a real painting I did on a canvas, which my mother owns, and then digitally I inserted a figure standing there. This is another one, lamp, another landscape. This was actually extended slightly on this side to fill the pages of the book. So I think only the people who own the book actually get to see the full version. The one on the internet's been cropped down. A Million Bright Ambassadors. Just another landscape. This one's a little more like post-apocalyptic. I also love telephone lines, so I draw those a lot in my work. And the sign has been all the stop sign's all bulleted out. Somebody's like been shooting at it. There are these weird bird-like creatures standing to the side. Halfway was a custom painting I did when I met the halfway point for the funding of this book. And she's kind of drooling. I guess she's savoring getting that book out. And then Gums was the last painting I ever did for the release of the book. And there's that. And I know a bunch of you wanted to see what I look like, so here I am. That's me right there. That's my artist statement. I usually wear a suit and tie and my black glasses, and I have a black hat, but this picture doesn't show it very well, obviously because it's cropped. Alright, so there's all those. Yeah, I'll save that. And then I thought we could look at the sketches I did for EMpathY. Let me just move this a little. Here we go. So everybody who spent so much to fundraise the book got a free sketch, and these are the ones I did. This is Flu. That was for the highest bidder. This is Put. Click. Garden. I actually know the person who received Garden. He liked it. O. Drip. Straight. Applesauce. Blink. And is that all? Yep, Blink's the last one. These were all done just ink and paper. They got the originals. My babies had to go home and I miss them. I miss them so much. But yeah, so I do a lot of dark art. But I try to keep it colorful for you guys. Alright, I just wanted to show you guys all that, and I'll see you later. Bye.